Well, you'd have to excuse. You can see like little ordeals all across the screen. I'm in recording my phone, and my phone camera's cracked. And I'm sorry I didn't record the rest of taking the motor apart, but I'm going to putting it together. And in case somebody didn't know or haven't realized already, I'm not rebuilding this motor with new parts, even though I should if I want it to run right. But it's still pretty bad considering, it's been in the sand and stuff. So more likely it's gonna need bearings and stuff. If I done it right, even though this is a free motor, I would probably be in debt unless I build this motor, which I don't want to do this one. I already kind of have that one back here semi-built, and this is also a 212. This is the Hemi. That's the regular 212. That's like half-ass built. And technically what I'm saying is I don't have the money to build this one completely. But, yeah. But anyway, this was a clean bucket of water. I wish I had my camera rolling. Well, I did, but shit happens. I'm put it this way. But that was a clean bucket of water. Now it's nasty. Then I got everything else just kind of sitting in here that fell last night. But that's just soaking in oil just to make sure, because when I put it back together, it's still going to get assembly lube. But anyway, and if I sound kind of rough, it's morning time. Literally, it ain't even 11 o'clock yet. It's still pretty early. Where'd these come from? You know what? That's fine. We'll figure it out as we go. As you can tell, it's been a day since I've been in here. That just goes to show if you rebuild something, don't quit until you get it either rebuilt or you just run out of shit. Because if you can put it back together, go ahead and do it. Don't wait like me. Because right now I'm trying to see. I think these are the side cover bolts. They're not at all. Maybe. Well, they go in. You know what? Like I said, it's just going to be something we're going to have to get to. But I've cleaned half-ass. Cleaned this safe for anybody gets mad. Clean that. That cover's still in there. And a few of the other ordeals. Side cover. I even oiled the bearing while I was in there. And the flywheel was, let me get out of there. It was pretty bad. It was full of shit. Even if I had got the magneto and everything clean with spark coil, it would have never ran. It was just too bad. And while I got this open, even though this motor has already been through hell, I'm going to put it through some more. Oh, uh-oh. That bearing needs to... That's fine, we'll get rid of it. We'll get rid of all that sand and shit in there. I'm going to get new bearings for it eventually. But this is just for now. But what I'm going to do... Ow. That hurts my ears. What I'm going to do is take this governor arm off. And to take the governor out of these, you don't have to do what I did. Okay? But that's actually the easiest way to do it. You can leave the piston, the head, all that alone. But you have to take the cam out. Then you have to undo pretty much the nut that's at the end of the flywheel, loosen it till it's like at the last thread. Take your pry bar, which mine's hanging up right there. Pry a little bit on the back of the flywheel. Take your trusty hammer, which mine's not very trusty. Start tapping where the nut is, and eventually the fly will pop off. Don't hit it with a lot of force, just kind of tap it and it'll come off. But it's actually the easiest way to get to the governor arm, I promise you. Because sometimes these some bitches will fight you, and you can get rid of the governor gear. So let me do that. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, see, that's what I mean right there. I'm fucking crazy. Let's see, oh, it just wraps around it too. That's fine. We'll just sit it there. And a note that y'all might want to keep: this the flywheel bolt, like I was talking about just a second ago. The flywheel bolt is a 3/4 nut. If you ever want to take it off, which that's just about not any small motor. Don't be coming after me. But for the 212s, this motor included, it's a Honda GX200, Predator 212, and more than likely the Tillotson 212s, probably all gonna be 3/4. But you see, I got the arm out. Now what I'm gonna do right there, if you can see them little prongs sticking up, I'm gonna cut it right here at the elbow so this still sticks up and it won't go all the way down. You see the little ears. So that's gonna go back in there. That way I still have throttle, a factory throttle linkage, and I don't exactly have to. Oh, at least the washer came with this time. That way I don't have to buy a new carburetor. Hopefully, because this one, as you seen earlier, well, last video is pretty bad, but we'll get to it. But anyway, you're gonna see a clip back off in there. See if it'll focus. Come on, focus. It won't, but you'll see a clip right in the center of this that you're going to want to remove and the whole gear come out. Alright, so see if this will focus again. This is the clip you're going to have to get out, as my camera won't focus on it. Anyway, you're going to catch hell with it. And what I used, a little small flathead and a pick. And now I can just go in here and grab the gear, just like it. And that's it. I am going to leave the little oil sensor in here, probably, maybe, I don't know yet, because that is more room for oil. But yeah, I might end up taking it off. We'll have to see though, because I need to see if I have a bolt that I can stick through the end. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, because I did it to this one. This one's straight motor. There's nothing in it. All there is a kill switch and throttle. But right where the low oil sensor is, used to be, bolt. Old kill switch, nothing. That's just a kill switch wire. And as you see, it is a lot cleaner on here than this, where the factory exhaust hitting. There's all that junk, all the emission bullshit you don't need. But anyway, let's get back to doing this. Okay, and here's the half finished product. There's the ears, last time that's where it comes out the motor at the top where that clip goes in. So let's go ahead and put that back in. Okay, so we got it in there. We got the top button up there. Got the washer back on it. Got the arm back on it. You see it moves free now. But when you do this, put you a spring in one of these holes. Put it about right here, so where the gas tank bolt goes through. And actually, that gas tank will help keep that spring in place. Or take it and run it down here. As long as there's a spring here, that way it don't go wide open. Because it will. I ain't had that problem yet. But I promise somebody's going to make the mistake, forget this spring, and it's going to blow up. Or it's just going to hang wide open and fry something. Just depending. So let me clean the bottom of the motor out. I am going to remove the low oil sensor ordeal. That way I can clean the bottom of the motor a little bit better. Because it is in the way. But, okay. Alright, so like I said, all this is going to be done with the parts this motor has. Just to see if it'll run. If it runs good, I'm going to keep it and I'll put some money in it. But if it don't, then like I said, it's just going to be something to probably fuck around with. Nah, I'm not going to buy a crankshaft. I might buy a connecting rod and piston and stuff for it. Because they do look in pretty bad shape. And I mean, if the cam's fucked up, that's just a good reason for me to do something to it. But like a big ass cam and some bitch. But if the cylinder, the jug is pretty bad in there, so I'm gonna clean it the best I can. Then I might let the piston do the rest of what it needs to do in here. And like I said, I know this is the wrong way to do it. I could rebuild this motor, like officially, but somebody's got to understand, I don't have all that money. Now, if I had like a GoFundMe, this be everybody's motor. But I don't have none of that neither, because I don't know how to do it. But yeah, anyway. But there we go. As clean as it's gonna get. So I'm gonna go here, get my oil canister. I'm gonna rub some oil in there. Because if it was new, I would run transmission fluid through it to get all the metal shaving and stuff out, clean it back up, then, yeah. But since this is a used motor, it was locked up and stuff, I'm not going to do all that. So I don't have a torque wrench. Mine's broke, and I haven't went and got one in a while. It's been about a few years. Anyway, what you gonna want to do with these bolts and shit that really don't matter like this, tighten them to where they're about snug, then do just one more bit just to make sure they won't back out. Don't break them off in there. Don't leave them too loose. Just where you feel it grab, then do just about a quarter of a turn. Not even about like it. You don't need no more than that. You'll break it. But the cylinders got oil and stuff throughout it. Like I said, this is not the right way to do it, but this is the way I'm going to do it. Because I'm broke. And yes, this oil canister is old as hell. But I need to put some in the crank bearing there. But like I said, it's about experimental, just about. Because I'm not trying to put all that money into this damn thing if it's not going to do right. Because I could get a new block. But, like I said, Don't nobody get mad. It's like a little experimental thing, doing it on a budget. Alright, it is a little later. Been out fucking with brakes on trucks and starters and shit, because everything's breaking down at the moment. But when you take the piston out, make sure your rings and shit are set right, because if not, you either ain't gonna have no compression, you're gonna have blow by, ain't no telling what. I either use a small flathead like that, get in there, push them rings down. If my fingernails can't get in there, everybody has their own way. But thought I'd share that with y'all too real quick. But I'll update y'all here in just a second. I gotta go do some more stuff. As of brake caliper stuck on Chevy 1500, 1999. Okay, so got the piston set down in there. I gotta take the connection rod bolts out and go diving for this. I'll set it, I guess I'll set it about right here, because I'm gonna need that in a second. Then roll this in here. Just a second. Take it. Then I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. So guess I can see just about right here. Alright, so got the crank back in there. Now I got to well, first clean my oily ass hands off. That way when I touch my phone, it don't try to do jank shit. Oh, got some bluing right up here, but that's fine. We'll deal with it in a minute. Then we're gonna take this. This is the, well, some may call it a rod cap, but it's technically a bearing cap or connection rod bearing. You fucking name it. It is. People call it different things, but we're gonna get that put in there real quick. Okay, get the camera to focus here. Got the rod and everything put in. Got all that set, and it's still gonna be milky in there, but what you gonna want to do if you don't have a torque wrench for this is the way I do it. Not a lot of people gonna agree with it. Take them till they're snug, tighten them down about half a turn each way, not each way, but both bolts, and just give it a little ugga-dug. That way it's not too tight where it's gonna break off, and it ain't too loose it's gonna fall out. And then the rapid disassemble starts, and you won't like it because it'd be very, very expensive. But just admiring the gear, the cam hooks too. It just looks wore out like hell. But anyway, not my problem. Well, it is, but I ain't doing nothing about it. I can, but like I said, I'm gonna choose not to. This is gonna be a small budget build, free motor, just see if it'll run. But anyway, now let's get this line to TDC. They're the give me a second, I'll think of it. Lifters put in, and we'll throw everything together with the cam, put it at TDC, then we'll throw everything back together pretty much. Y'all have to see. But what I'm finna enjoy is finding them. Oh wait, hang on. I got one. I remember which one's on each side of the bucket, so I know which one's intake, exhaust. So don't be giving me a hard time about that shit neither. They're the same size anyways, but just got to be sure. Okay, we're gonna find our mark, which is right here. You won't be able to see it, it's so damn small, but we're gonna spin it this way, hopefully. Oh yeah. Now let's see, where's it at? I gotta find it. That's not it, is it? Here it is. Okay, we'll grab our cam. We'll also throw a little bit of oil in it. On it, my bad. We'll take it, and then we'll see where the mark is. Right here. Okay, so that big dot right there is what our timing mark is. And we're going to attempt to throw it in. See, we're a tooth off. Then you can see that right here. So this is where the dot is. This is where cam gear is. So we need to go over one tooth. That was too many teeth. There we go. Now it's lined up. Okay. So pretty much everything in the motor is said and done. There's really nothing else to do in here. So we're going to take this. I'm gonna throw. I need to throw some oil in this. I'll throw some oil all over where the side case goes and all where the cam gear is gonna need to be. Then we'll grab side cover itself. We'll throw a little bit of oil on it. I'm actually gonna take a little bit from the bucket because I don't have that much left in the little, what you call it there. I'll throw that in there. Like I said, it's not the right way to do it. Don't do what I do, because you'll regret it. I promise you. Then we'll throw this on here. Well, might need two hands for this. Now, we're going to throw all of our bolts back in. And I got a feeling, no, I'm not missing none. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to throw all of them back in here because I missed one. Then we're going to torque it down to spec, call it all of it. But first, I need to get my battery down. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of heart tools, but this is one of the first ones I've ever bought when I was low on funds at the time. Which, as you see, I still am. I'm using Harbor Freight shit, but tell you what, this Impact's been with me for about 7 years. Them are 12s or half inches, or maybe 13, maybe 14. No, I'm missing a 12, so it's gonna be a fucking 12. Yep. We're gonna go to the other side of the case. Then in the star pattern, we're gonna start making our way down. Until all tight. Like I said, don't do what I do. Technically, this is just for fun. I mean, I ain't got nothing else to do. Okay, so that's on. Gotta get our head gasket, which is sitting right up here next to the fucking receipt bag. Yes, I keep receipts because you will be surprised. A lot of people will understand this. When you buy brand new shit, say like this grinder that I don't think's plugged in. It's not. That grinder's like $50, $60. If that goes out and you ain't got your receipt to return it, then you just shit out of luck. But see, I do need to clean the head before I put it back on. So let me do that real quick. Then we'll throw it on there, throw the push rods and stuff in, and let's see what we can go from there. So let the butt hurt people get mad, but I'm calling this good and decently clean. It does need to be a little bit better, but like I said, it's just for fun, just doing this for shits and giggles pretty much. Alright, got the head put on. I am going to check, see if the valves move. The reason I'm going to do them now is because it's bolted to something, and I won't probably have too much fighting to do with them. So, see if I can get them to move. Well, the exhaust valve was a little stuck, but I got it to move. Now we're going to, it had a little bit of gunk here. I didn't realize it till last minute. It ain't nothing oil change can't fix. Even though they ain't got none right now. So now I got to find my push rods in the black abyss right there. That's called oil. And get them set in there right. Get everything put back together. Put it on right. And might see if it'll crank. I might have to rebuild the carburetor first though. See if I can. Okay, they're in place. Although this one is loose. It's loose. God damn. And this one is too. It's on top dead center. And I had to actually put one of my go-kart clutches or mini bike clutch. I don't even remember what the fuck it came off of. I know the plate itself came off go-kart. Then I think the other one came off the street cart. Then the actual clutch part. I don't know. Anyway. Well, that's the only way I got it to turn over because my engine's slick as hell, all this oil. But we're going to loosen this nut and then drive the rocker stud in a little bit. Get just a little less play out of it. I ain't going to try to just adjust the valves, but just enough it won't fall off. Alright, so we got them, or they just got the tiniest bit of movement. Now, I'm going to run a little bit of oil throughout here, all up on the valve springs and stuff, just to get a little bit of oil up here so I don't crank it dry, and actually a little bit in the cylinder. Why not? Alright. Damn, I need to get some oil for this. But it's spraying. That's all I care about. Although it sounds horrible. Got a little more in there. That's it. Now, I am going to try to clean the exhaust intake port a little bit. Exhaust I ain't exactly too worried about. It'll blow itself out. But guess last thing to do, so I guess I can go ahead and throw the valve cover on here and try to clean the spark plug that was in it. As you see, not the idealist ordeal, but yeah, I think that's really it. And somebody that's probably thinking that this ain't the same motor, I promise you it is. Honda, what was it, fucking 9 or 8? 96. I did try to wire wheel this cover a little bit, and I'm thinking about doing the whole motor that way, but I don't know yet. It just depends on how it's going to run. Alright, so got the valve cover on, got the head bolted down. I guess let's go ahead and put the flywheel back on. And this is where the fun begins. Because you don't know how many times I have had a flywheel shear key like this and just fucking fall off. Or say like that back here. I do have it advanced a little bit because I can set the coil like up or down depending on how I want it. So it's just like this, except for it don't have the side to side. It's machined up and down, but you can move it up and down to advance where it fires quicker, or shit like that, advance or retard the timing. But let's go ahead and get this thrown on here. This will be a two-hand job. So no matter what you do with this flywheel, you're going to need, like this is a every fucking motor thing, you're gonna need a big ass impact. Just so happens I lost mine. That was up here. What the fuck did I do with it? Can't believe I lost my shit on camera. Oh, see, this is out of tell you how blind I am. So I got this big ass impact. It's corded, but it's for semi tires and shit. So, oh, well, yeah. I go ahead and press the flywheel on here before I throw the fan and shit on. Just a second. Okay, that didn't take just a second. Now we can throw a fan on here, which you'll know if you don't get this right, I promise you. But it sits in there like that. Then we grab this. It'll sit in there just like that. Then we'll grab our nut, throw in here. I'm sorry about the camera. I'm not used to really doing it too much. And then we'll take our impact and ugga-dugga that motherfucker. Okay, so we got that on there. It moves and whatnot. If you get it too tight, it just might not, but well, I mean, I just gave that some bitch hell, so if somebody ends up, you know what, we're just gonna shut up. I know it's not the right way. I could actually clean this motherfucker, but I'm not. I just want to get the coil itself somewhat clean. That way, I can get a little bit of a spark, which we're going to see if we have here in a little bit. We get this thrown on here when I find the fucking bolts. Here they are. So, alright, so I got the coil put on. It's going to have some self-clearance in because, like I said, this motherfucker was in a creek. So it's got a bunch of rust and stuff it's got to get rid of. So that's why I got it so close to try to scratch the surface that way it can read. That is if that coil's even good, but like I said, we're a few more steps from getting this sumbitch to run. So stay tuned even longer. Okay, so we got all this buttoned up. I do need to put the throttle plate and shit back up here, but while I'm doing that too, I need to take the carburetor and take it apart and see if it's even salvageable. So let's get that done. So wasn't nothing wrong with the carburetor, I guess, but this is finna throw back to what I said last video. When you do a governor delete, I'm finna show you something. This is the throttle. Watch. Does nothing. You need that spring back here. That way it holds your throttle closed before it holds wide open. Thought I'd go ahead and show that real quick before I do the spring. And wasn't nothing wrong with the carburetor. Surprise, I guess that filter really fucking worked. Ain't nothing in it. It actually looked good, like brand new good. Alright, so carburetor stuff's on. Uh-oh, what I messed up? The fucking spring broke. I tell you what. No, because I need that. Give me a second. Alright, so wipe the camera off. So I got this decent. I had to clean the intake a little bit because it had a little bit of mud throughout it, sand and shit. But I got the gas line on. This already had semi-gas in it and water. But I know the gas in here, what's left of it's flammable because I got that to run because I had a little bit of water in the air filter when I washed it. But now I got to, I don't have another spring, sadly. I thought I did, but I don't. So I'm going to have to adjust this spring, or I don't really want to put one on there, but I could stretch that kind of backwards on, put a little more tension on it. Have a throttle spring down there, but that I'm definitely going to tighten that. But it's just about ready to fire. We just gotta button up a few more things. Okay, so I got it to do right. My throttle's gonna be stiff. I just got to bolt the gas tank back on, put the nuts on the intake, and throw the exhaust on it, see what it'll do. Okay, so I got throttle, carburetor, that's hooked up, this bolted on, that's bolted on. I forgot about the pull cord. Got oil in it. And, well, guess that's it, really. I mean, to be honest, I don't know. It turns over now. It didn't before, and it was crunchy. Now it's just the bolts on the outside that's crunchy. But, I don't know. Yeah. We're finna see here in a second whether or not it's gonna crank. Okay, so, seat's off the table. I don't think I'm forgetting anything other than the kill switch, which is easy to just kind of snap in. I say that. How'd it get pulled out of there? Okay. So I see, and it just snaps in. I think. Okay. So there it goes. It says it's on. I think the kill switch hooked up. If not, I can just choke it if it runs. So ain't much I can do besides sit y'all here. Just See if it runs. Alright, so I think choke this way maybe? I don't know. We'll have to pull it. Might need to get some gas again. Okay, well, give me just a second. Okay, so got a little bit of gas going in it. Set it back right here. Alright. And the reason it shouldn't crank. Okay. I don't think it does anything. Let's see if we got spark. Alright, let's see what it'll do now. I think I know what I'm finna do. So, I gave up trying to pull it. But I made this a long time ago for my John Deere that's sitting over there. So let's see what she does now. Shouldn't be no reason it ain't firing. Cause I know it has spark. So come on now. Oh, I felt a difference. I think it's trying, but I don't know why it ain't firing yet. I figured something like this might happen. Let me see. Oh, I about had it. Oh no, hang on. About had it. I just about had it. God, it was about to run. It just needs all the gas is what it needs. Oh, it ran, and it ran good. Oh, God. All right, so it needs all the gas to even attempt to run, apparently. That's fine. Damn. I don't know why I ain't cranking now. But you heard it. It tried, but I'm not giving up yet. Okay, so my problem is I'm not getting fuel from the tank to the carburetor, so I gotta figure that out. So let's do this again, one more time. Come on now. You might have it early. Come on, girl. Well, it took a minute because I was having to do some stuff. Not involving this, but there's sand all over the ground. There's dirt all over the muffler now. Like, that's just from it running. So, there's sand in the exhaust. I did not know that till now. And it needs gas horribly. But it runs now. I'm finna have to do something real quick. I can get it to. Yeah, like that. Other than no gas. But it took forever, but I got it to run.